Hey, on the other podcast, was my pen annoying? Like the whole like.
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I know I said that I was going to try to like not do it, but I was out here like click, 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 click. I can't help it. But anyways, come on. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Karina. Y'all already know.
I already know.
I'm here with your boy, Jonathan. Okay. First things first, man. Song of the week for me. That if y'all want to hear it, I mean, whatever. Okay, I like it. It's called "Like I Want You" by, and I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong. I mean wrong. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. GIVÉON. GIVÉON.
Oh, I don't know how you pronounce that one.
Yeah, it's G as in goat, I, V as in Victor, EON as in Nancy. The song is called "Like I Want You." I like that song. I really like it, so y'all go check it out or whatever.
Oh, whatever.
Do you have a song of the week?
No.
Oh, okay,
no,
cool.
It's the same song. It's gonna be the same song for at least a couple more years.
What the hell?
No, I'm playing, but
Okay, so before we hop into the topic, I have something exciting to share with y'all. So this was when did this whole thing happen? Yesterday, right? So yesterday was today. Let me look one time. It's Sunday. So Saturday. That's what I said. Was crazy. It was crazy. I was out here saving lives, man. Okay, I saved a life. I am very proud of myself. Okay, so my sister and I were going to a bridal shower from one of her friends, and we were on the way over there or whatever. So my sister drove. We were using her GPS, and the GPS told us, "Oh, this is where your party's at." Let me tell you, where they told us to stop, they were having a party too. So it's like, okay, this is our party, whatever, you know what I mean? My sister busted a Yui, and so we can be parked by the way that we were coming. So whenever we were just ready to take off, because it looked like it was a dead end street, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And when she turned around, she was about to park by those, and I don't know if I'm saying them right. I don't know what's their specific name. I don't know if they're called like sewer drainage or water drainage or rain.
A sewer drain? I think it's called a sewer drain.
I don't know. Because my sister was calling it water drainage. So it's like, I'm saying, I don't really know. But it's like those big old holes for the water to go down. Like that's on the side of the road by the sidewalk.
A water hole.
I don't fucking know. Whatever that is. Them big ass holes on the side of the street for the water to go down. That's what I'm talking about. She was about to park there. If you know me, I fucking hate those. They freak me out. They scare me. I can't do them. I just can't do them. And I was telling her, girl, you can't park there because it's going to be on my side of the road. Like my side of the road. Well, yeah, my side of the car. Like I was going to get out. I was going to be right there. I'll be down. Like no. So anyways, so she was kind of going straight, passing that hole. Whenever I saw a fucking dog, man, I was just like, that's a fucking dog. And she was like, it's a dog. And I'm like, that bitch, I just said that. But anyways, that's not the point. It was a fucking dog, y'all. A fucking dog. I was just like, oh my God, it was a fresh bulldog. Such a beautiful dog. So my sister had to bust a Yui, right? And I jumped out of the car with my heels and everything. So my sister can park the car, and I ran across the street. And I tried to it's a female, by the way. It's a girl puppy. I tried to pull her from like that hole, but she was really chunky, because French bulldogs are chunky in general.
They're kind of big.
They're like a big ass potato with just 4 little legs.
Potato with legs.
Yeah, that's what they are. And like I couldn't. I mean, technically I could have, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to hurt her. You know what I mean? So on top of it, there was like this like a lid, I guess for like in quote the city, and it was made out of metal, but I couldn't lift it. Like I couldn't lift it. Like I was just like, fuck. So I was just like, how am I gonna take her out? So I went underneath again to try to pull her out, and I just like, I picked her up, but when I went to go pull her up, like she just wasn't putting her head down enough. So I couldn't pull her and put her head down at the same time. Because my sister was still trying to, by that time, the people that were having that party, my sister was talking to them about like, did they lose a dog? And one of the ladies was just like, is it a French bulldog? And I was like, yes. And she was like, oh, and she said the pet's name, you know? And I told my sister, was just like, she's down here. And I told my sister, I was like, I can't lift that lid. Like, I can't lift it up. So she got on top of it and lifted it up. And I was just like, it just blew my mind. Cause I was like, bitch, I couldn't do it. But whatever, it's not the point. I wasn't tripping on it. So I went and I had squatted down, right? Like, just obviously to pick up the dog. But it was too low. Like, the puppy in the drainage, the sewer, whatever it's called, was too low. And I'm like a tall girl, and I was wearing heels. So if I would have went down further, like I would have gone forward. Like my face would have been plastered on the concrete. So I had to lay down. So I had to lay down on the grass / mud / water, because us here in Texas, we had snow Wednesday night, Thursday, and a little bit of Friday. So Saturday it was like 2:33 around there. I know it was like 3:30.
Yeah, like 3:30.
Yeah, there was still snow out there, and the snow has turned. You know what I mean? It was still very moist. So I mean, it doesn't matter. So anyways, I laid down and I picked her up, and then as I'm picking her up, her owner, like she ran and she like fell on her knees and started crying, and my sister went and like hugged her as I'm trying to get the dog, and it was a beautiful moment. I was glad that I was able to help the dog. I was glad I was able to give the dog back to the family. I do have a couple questions because it just doesn't make any sense, because the dog was lost that day that I pulled her out of there. It was the third day her being there. So she was there pretty much Thursday, Friday with the snow and the cold. How did the puppy survive? I don't even know.
Yeah, I was thinking like just huddled up.
Like
just didn't move.
Yeah.
Ate its own stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was crazy. I feel bad. Like, she wasn't even crying. She wasn't even barking. She was so weak. I felt it the moment that I picked her up. Like, it was... I noticed that she wasn't breathing right. It was just... It was sad. I was really sad. It just didn't make sense because it was literally across the street from their house. So how did they not hear the puppy? Because the owner, she did claim that she heard her crying, but she just assumed that somebody around her neighbor, like one of her neighbors had her. Oh. No, she knew that it was her crying. Oh, okay. She said, she's like, I knew it was her crying, but she just assumed that one of her other neighbors had her. And I was just like, that would be kind of shitty, but that has happened with neighbors steal other neighbors' dogs.
That reminded me of a day when whenever the incident happened at my house and we had to leave the house and stuff. And man, somebody took May, my little toy poodle. Like she was behind somebody else's yard. She was screaming. She was like, "What? Who are these people? I don't know." I was like, "Oh my God!" And then we went over there, and I was like, "Hey, y'all stole my dog, bro." And then they were like, "Oh, that's your dog." Duh, y'all been seeing this same dog for the last 3 years over on my side of that freaking street.
May crazy though. May crazy. May will let you take her away if you give her snacks.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
Yeah, May's crazy. We love May though. We love May. But yeah, I mean, it happens. I just don't understand how they didn't see her. But then again, it wasn't ugly weather. Like, I didn't go outside at all because of how cold and shit it was outside. I'm not saying that they weren't looking for her, because the people that we were supposed to go to the party was down the street, and they were driving for hours, they were walking around the neighborhood, they called shelters. I'm not saying they weren't looking for her. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how she was so close to the house and yet you didn't see her. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, wow. But anyways, I did reach out to I believe it's the daughter of the owner, and I asked how the puppy was, and she was like, she said that she was super hungry and super cold, but she's better now, back to her old self. So everything's good, So that was my crazy moment. I'm out here saving fucking lives and shit, because I'm always saving animals. Always, like, all the time. But that's gonna be a different topic, or a different day, a different episode. No. If y'all want to hear about all the crazy animals that I've rescued, you let me know, because it's a long list.
List of animals.
Yes, I'm the Mexican Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, I was about to say Mexican female Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah. Okay, so now the real topic of today is going to be a movie. I've seen the movie. I believe it was my third time now that we've seen it with Jonathan, but it was the first time that Jonathan has seen it. And if you've seen it, then let's see if you, I guess, went through the same emotions as we did. And if you haven't seen it, and I guess, spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but it is an older movie.
When was it made?
I don't know.
I think it was made, I don't know.
I want to say 07 for whatever reason.
Because it looked really good for anything lower than 2017.
Do you remember what platform did we see it on?
I think it was on Hulu. I can't remember.
No, it might have been on
HBO.
No, because I just looked on Hulu, so I'm assuming it's HBO.
Okay.
But then, have I said the name of the movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, if I haven't, the name of the movie, or the movie it was Hulu. It's Gravity. 2013.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see? A little bit after 2012.
Yeah, so 2013.
But still, that was good for 2000.
Heck yeah, it's a good movie. So first things first, whenever Jonathan started watching the movie, I literally looked at him and I was like, be ready for your booty hole to be throbbing. Okay, and I have what is that called? Like an expression, right? Expression?
Yeah. It's based on what you're about to say. I don't know.
Well, there's this video surfing online, and it's an older video of this guy, and he's, doing something, and then the police drove by him. He thought the police was coming to, like, get him or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then he was just like, my booty hole was like he did a hand gesture of it just going like, I guess, up, like, open and close. And then he was like, it's Modelo time. Anyways, because of him, that's why I say your booty hole be throbbing. But this movie, I give it a thumbs up. If you haven't seen it, I 100% recommend it, because it's a really good movie. It's just crazy. It's like a whole roller coaster. Like, it's stress, anxiety, scare, relief, happy, sad.
Like, I really do like how the only relaxed time you have is at the beginning, in the first 5 minutes, when everything's going normal. Everything's perfectly fine. Everybody's just doing their thing. They're like, emergency. Everybody get the fuck out.
Yes,
get the fuck out right now. Oh my God. And then they're like, okay, wait, we gotta shut this down. And then she was like, no, I can do it. He's like, bitch, stop playing with me. And then she's like, okay, damn. And then she shut it down. But bitch, it was too late. Y'all gonna die. Oh my God.
No, yes, literally yes. That movie started with no games. It went straight to anxiety and stress. It's one of those movies that literally keeps you at the edge of the seat the whole fucking movie, dude. It's crazy.
Did you want to go more in depth about the movie, or did you have stuff lined up?
No, it's all about the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it plays no games, straight to stress and anxiety, and it gets really sad, really, really fast because you just see them out there in space. You know, I don't even remember what they were working on. A big ass antenna. I don't even know.
Yeah, they were working on an antenna, trying to make it work really because they were looking at the command module. Yeah.
Yeah. So she started off with a whole ass team. And like Jonathan said, within like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, she literally went to just being on her own in space.
I would say 10 minutes because you know that little tidbit in the middle when he's still there and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, no, yeah, but I'm saying like it went from a whole ass team to literally nobody, whether it was just one person left or not. Like you go from a team of 10 people per se to just like 2 people.
I forgot
within
that.
like a matter of seconds. Like
I forgot that she flew off.
Yeah, that's another. And then the on top of that, she flew off and was spinning, like just spinning nonstop. Like she, that's so scary for the people that have to do anything with space, like literally out there with space. I don't know how you do it, but
like, the emotions I was feeling was like it was making my stomach hurt because she literally just flung off and then the crazy thing is that she kept spinning but she can't stop. Like she literally can't stop because there's no air, there's nothing to slow you down,
there's nothing to grab on,
nothing to grab onto. You're just going and going and you just do that until you hit something. But there's space, so it's gonna be a long ass time before you hit something. And literally like even with the camera work, the camera kept spinning too. It's like, nah, y'all about to spin with her. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, there was a point where I felt like when I first seen that movie, when I first saw the movie, it brought all those emotions back from when I was seeing it with Jonathan, because you feel like you can't breathe. Like it's just like so intense. Like the music, the action, the movement. And then on top of that, like they cut, you know, in the TV or in the movie, they cut her oxygen low. So it's just like, you see how she's suffocating and it's just like, I'm suffocating.
Yeah,
like
it felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I was like, oh, I gotta calm down. I'm losing oxygen.
yeah. And it's, you know, it's crazy because as she's spinning away, you literally see the one person that stayed up, the only person that didn't die, on the first collision. On the first collision, she's spinning away, and you just see how they just disappear. Like, but now she's in the middle of nowhere, where like I forgot how much level of oxygen.
It was like 5%.
Yeah, it was like extremely low, and out of nowhere, like she finally like hits that same guy, right? So
he was looking for her. He was like because she flew off so far that I lost connection, and then I guess he got close enough that the radio connection came back, and then he was like flash your flashlight, and then she was like boop boop boop, and then he was like I see you, and then he went to go get her.
Yeah, so then. At that time, you finally feel like, okay, how did you, well, I already knew what was going to happen, but when you finally saw that they bumped, how did you feel? Like, okay, everything's about to get better, or everything's about to go smooth? Like,
oh yeah, I felt a little bit better because she's just not spinning in space and going. She's still next to Earth, but shit, Earth is big too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they did a good plot twist right there, because then everything settles down. They have a plan, they have a destination, they know how to get home, they know who to talk to. Everything's going so good, and then otra vez. Bam, they get fucking hit. Like, it's so crazy. Like, it was like an on and off.
Was the second one whenever they were about to make it to the station?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember how. So the guy that pretty much saved her,
the whole reason on why there was the issues because all the satellites were were
blowing up.
Yeah, the Russians blew up one, and then that blew up into little pieces, which destroyed more satellites.
Yeah, they were they were getting destroyed one at a time.
Yeah, and then all the satellites. So it was like a satellite debris storm hitting them. So that's why they got knocked out. That's why all this shit is going to shit right now. Mm-hmm. So this is it coming back around to Earth again.
Yeah,
for the second time.
Yeah, and what's scarier is the part that I forgot her actual name. Is it Sandra? Hold on. Sandra Bullock. She's pretty much like the main character. And George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Clooney, yeah. Well, they were the main ones. So everybody pretty much died, and then George, he pretty much had to risk his life. And the scary part is he technically part of his character, he was the only one that knew exactly how to get them back in Earth, because she was just there to do a specific job. So she wasn't trained to do his job. So he knew that if he tried to go back to her, they were both going to die. So he had to let himself go so she can make it. And as he's flying away, he's literally telling her what she has to do to fucking make it. That's crazy. I have to tell you how to live as I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, because after that first impact, they went to they found each other, and then they checked the ship, and then two of the crewmates were dead, and then he used a little jetpack to float himself all the way over there. That was a whole ordeal because he was running out of juice and his shit. So
yeah, and then it's really hard to pull yourself through space when you're dragging a live person and a dead person, because they were dragging a dead person with them.
Oh, I thought they let them go. Oh wait, no, right?
Mm-mm. The dead person flew off after the second collapse whenever Clooney had a dip.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. I guess Sandra had to hold on to the dead person the whole time.
Oh shit! I guess my booty hole was too tight for me to see that.
Your booty hole? Hell yeah! And so then she finally makes it, right? She finally makes it to her destination. At this time, she experienced an explosion. Remember how inside the spaceship thingy, it caught on fire? Mm-hmm. And then she finally made it to this little cubicle, whatever. She ends up passing out for no oxygen. Has the whole epiphany with George Clooney. And she talks about her daughter, how she died, remember? And then he was like, that's the reason you need to live. So then I don't know where that bitch comes back to life, because she's pretty much passed the fuck out. I have no oxygen. She's suffocating.
But I will say you skipped a really important part in that too. Whenever they made it because I want to go over all the details. Whenever they made it to the ship at first, or to the station at first, and then she was strung up on a rope, and then that rope was about to snap. That's why he let go, and then that's
the parachute. Yeah.
And then she made it to the inside of there. She checked out everything, and then that's when she went to that pod. But then the only reason why she got caught in that third one. The third storm again was because that damn parachute made her stuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then she had to get out of her little cubicle thingy to go get the parachute unstuck when another rain of fucking pieces of antennas were coming at her.
And that was the most calm she was. She was getting thrown around and shit on the outside. Mm-hmm. On the outside, mind you, because she had to physically detach that hoe. And she was just getting flung around. And then the thing I just thought about right now is whenever she aligned herself with the satellite to go to, and she didn't have any fuel. That was the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because she kept trying to launch herself from that parachute. She kept trying to yank it off, but it wasn't. That parachute was strong. Why was there a parachute on there?
Because the little... I don't know what it's called. The little pod, whenever you come into Earth, it shoots out of that parachute. So I guess because it got hit, because that antenna they went to had already gotten hit. So I guess it just ejected out the parachute.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because whenever they pulled up to that, that was already like that.
Yeah.
The parachute was already tangled up in the antenna. Yeah. So then that's when she like passed out or whatever, and then she came back to life, and then she went to the other antenna or the other.
It was like that one was made to land on the ocean, on Earth, from what I know, because it was like they kept calling it a certain scientific name, but that's like a certain type of ship.
It was like a station. They were calling it. I think they were calling it like a station.
I thought it was like start with the S. Well, the station, but like a Sputnik or no, that's a actual satellite. It's something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, like what?
How she finally made it to like the final thing, right?
Oh yeah, because that one can land on Earth and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but that one's for Korea. Korea? Was it from Korea? I think it was Korea.
I don't know. I just heard Chinese.
No,
unless it was Korean.
No, I think it was because if I'm not mistaken, I believe George Clooney kept saying Korea.
Oh, probably then.
So I remember him saying how the layout is literally the same thing. It's just gonna have a different language, and I remember her like kind of having like a little panic because she didn't understand what they were saying, because even when the system was talking to her, it was a whole different language. So she just remembered how George told her that it was the same layout, like everything was exactly the same.
Yeah.
So she just remembered and started clicking everything, and she made it, and they started catching on fire.
Oh wait! Oh. You gotta give them the details too. Okay, so hey, because that was stressful.
Yeah.
And so like she figured out, like she started pressing the buttons, reading the manuals. It was like, okay, green or blue for landing or green for disconnect or something like that. And then she'll read that. And then she'll press the buttons. And then the whole stressful part, I was like, because she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. She started pressing some random ass buttons, but then she figured out how to disconnect the thing from it whenever she started burning up, because it started getting really hot. Mm-hmm. So she disconnected in the middle of the atmosphere as she was starting to go down. And then another part I just remembered, whenever she didn't have enough fuel to go to that station at first, she disconnected that one and used the landing fuel to push herself towards that station. And then she got out of that pod and then used a fire extinguisher to guide herself to that station as it was going into the atmosphere and it was starting to break apart. I literally just remembered all this. That was tense. Do you remember that? I do. My booty hole was like, I remember that.
It's like, wait, there's more. Yeah, it was, yeah. I did forget about that, actually. But yeah, she did push herself around in space with a fucking fire extinguisher. That shit was crazy.
For real. And then it ran out like at the very end, but she made it on there somehow.
Yeah, but like the crazy thing, the thing that made it a little bit more stressful is like every time she got to a new station, she always had to struggle, and it made me feel like she was gonna be out in space again because she had to hurry up and figure out how to grip herself so she can stop.
Yeah.
From keep going, because once she got momentum and she was going like.
You're going full force.
Yeah, like there was nothing stopping her unless she gripped something. So a lot of the parts, every time she got to a new station, she was just getting like slapped around on the antenna. Like she just kept gripping and trying to grab something, and then it was crazy.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah, and this is like it's a good movie though. It's a good movie. If you like those type of movies, I definitely recommend you to watch it.
Yes, if you have heart problems, to watch it.
It
felt like it was about to give me a heart attack.
Yeah, it's very intense.
I literally couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
my chest felt tight.
Yeah, it is. It is one of those. I like those movies though. I like those type of movies because it's just like, it's crazy because I know it's a movie, but if you're being honest with yourself, people are actually doing that. Like that's actually somebody's job. She got paid to act it out, but how many people are actually out there doing that? You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. Jonathan told me, like when we were watching the movie, Jonathan told me that they do training underwater, which I didn't fucking know that. I mean, I know you have to do training for that type of shit, but it's just like, that's crazy. Like, to know that you can suffocate, to know that you can be out there lost forever, like, to know that if your helmet cracks, you literally, like, die within seconds, like, that's scary. Like,
but we figured it out somehow how to do that. Shit, like in that little suit that they got. Well, it's not little; it's kind of freaking huge, but still in that suit, and it's airtight. Like it's made to keep air in there. And it's pressurized. Like that is crazy. Mm-hmm. Like what?
But I didn't really like the way it ended.
Oh, why?
Just because it's just you. Did they ever find her? Was she ever close to a station? Because all you see is her land. Oh, and then, bro, so then she makes it into Earth, right? Mm-hmm. So we're like, finally, you know, and then I finally, when she makes it into the Earth atmosphere, the spaceship station or the space people station or whatever that's called, like on the radio or whatever, they're like, oh, we you know, like, they were saying all these codes and making sure that it was her, but she never really got to say anything. At least I don't remember, because she was fucking catching on fire, right? So then she landed on water, bro. So I'm finally thinking, it's like, oh, I didn't know that it was gonna float. Like, I didn't know that the little pod that she was in was gonna float. I just automatically thought that it was gonna sink, just because it's something heavy. Like, I'm being serious, you know what I mean? But it's just like, oh, it's floating. And London was like, yeah, it's waterproof or something like that.
Yeah, it's like its own little boat.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, like, I didn't know that. So, you know, learn something new every day. And so then she finally opens the door, right, for her to get out. And instead of her getting out, she fucking sunks in. Like, the water pushes her back into the pod.
And the reason why is because that whole, on the inside, it was catching on fire, so she couldn't breathe.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So she was like, I gotta get out.
Yeah.
I have to, or else I'm gonna suffocate in
here.
Here.
It was crazy. It was like, more intense.
That was like one more booty clench.
and then she almost got tangled up on the parachute too as she was trying to fly up. I was like, oh my god, she didn't fucking die in space, but she's about to die suffocating in the water.
Yeah, because the suit was too heavy.
Yeah, and then she had her suit on and she was trying to swim up, but she couldn't. And me knowing them well, you know, the movie, I was like, take the suit off.
That's yelling at it.
At this time, I was sitting up at the edge of the TV and I was like, she can't swim. The suit is too heavy. And then she finally made it. She literally grabbed like a handful of dirt and like kissed the dirt.
Shit, I would too.
Yeah.
Being in fucking space.
Because we don't even know how. I mean, it's a movie, but we don't know how long she was really out there for. I don't think they ever said like how many days, or was it like couple hours? Like they never.
I would say it would have to be like maybe like 5 hours, just because like if it was a couple of days, she would have died from not eating and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Or not eating, but not drinking water. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So, but she was on another station that had supplies and stuff, so maybe she was up there thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was like this little piece whenever she was just talking on the radio, being like, come in, blah, 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 blah. I forgot what happens next, but we don't know how long that took either, or how long she was doing that. But then at the same time, it would have had to been like within that 90 minutes, because the satellites would have came back around and then fucked her shit up.
So you're right. There hadn't been within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Enough for her to get hit 3 times, and each one was 90 minutes apart.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right. So, okay. So, yeah. But then when she tried to stand up, she couldn't stand up, I guess, because, you know, you get used to the whole gravity stuff, and you're literally just floating around like a piece of feather. Yeah.
And then
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know much about astronauts, and I don't really know much about I don't know much about space. But I about that. I was just like, like she can't walk. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like you went out there walking, girl. Like like you left Earth walking. How you gonna come back and not know how to walk? But it is true though. Like you just get used to that. Like
yeah, she like whenever she tried to push herself off, like there was no gravity. She laughed and then she got up like normal.
Yeah, because she tried to push herself off. Like she's been just pushing herself off everything this whole time to get to move around.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It's a great movie. It's a really, really great movie. If you're looking for something to watch, and you're like definitely action, I would consider this a definitely action movie.
I love action movies.
Yes, I will watch it. It's called Gravity. That's the whole. We watched it on HBO Max. That's if you have HBO Max, and you'll be able to find it. I don't know if it's in different platforms, but if you don't have HBO Max and you want to see this movie in a different platform. The way that I figure that out, I just Google it. Like if you have your iPhone or your computer, your Android, just go to your whatever you use for internet. Google the movie, search the movie. Gravity
just pops up at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Like you can
TV
just
or whatever
platforms where you can watch the movie Gravity. Yeah. I know sometimes you can rent them, and I know majority of I don't know if it's different anywhere else around the world, but here in Texas to rent them is like $4.
Yeah, it is a little different. Like I know the prices are different, and then I know there's like some restrictions on what people see and what platforms can. Like if you watch a different platform in a different country, then you see different stuff first. That's all I know. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah. But if you want to see it, it's a good movie. The name of it is Gravity. So then I do have a couple questions about this movie. Do you think you can do a job like that?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Well, maybe. Well,
like not specifically her job, but just a job where you're out there dangling around fucking space. Where you have to go up there and do something to the antennas.
I would do that if I was single because if something happens to me, I'd be like, well, it was cool being in space. It was cool. But no, at least nobody will worry about me too much. I know probably my mom and stuff like that, but they had enough time with me.
What the hell? I don't think I could. Like if I had to do a job that had to do anything with space, it would have to be right here on Earth. Like the people that talk to you, that make sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I can be in a place where I don't have gravity. Like just thinking about it freaks me out. Like I can't do anything. Like, you know, like you don't have control of nothing. Like you have to be strapped on the whole time. Like if you run out of oxygen, you're fucked. If your strap breaks, you're fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's too much that could go wrong, and it's just like I don't. So for the people that are doing that, y'all are fucking great. Y'all are fucking awesome. Like, because I could never. I couldn't. Do you know anything when it comes about space?
Like space work or space in general?
I guess just like a little bit of both. Like
I know a little bit of space and not about space work. Not as much as I want to though. Like, so
you want to learn more about like working, like people that work on space.
That people that work on space, make sure space is fixed.
You know what I mean.
But yeah, because I usually I usually look up YouTube videos just to see, what's happening in space, or what's a piece of information I didn't know about space, like that whole thing I told you about black holes and stuff. Mm-hmm. That was really interesting, like how you pause in time if you go into the event horizon, and to everybody else it looks like you just stopped, but you already all the way in there, and then once you start going in there, time starts going past really fast for you.
I don't know much about space myself either. Whenever in school they told me that stars in the sun was just like a big ball of fire, I was like, what? The shit blew my mind. I was like, I didn't know what they were, but that was definitely not a fucking a ball of fire. Like that wasn't it for me, you know.
And the sun is freaking huge.
I know, it's just fucking crazy. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how each planet is differently and how we're all lined up. And now that you know, you're saying about like the black hole and stuff. I believe that there's a lot of different galaxies out there, and because there are obviously,
yeah.
So that really makes me like there's different galaxies. So then there's different Earth. There's different like
exoplanets. Earth. That's what they're called.
There's different exoplanets with exohumans. Yeah. Besides, like, the job, like, you know, so, you know how I just asked you, are you willing to, like, if you had to do a job like that, will you do it? Now, kind of the same question, but not job related. Like, what if they gave you, like, oh, you want a ride to go to outer space to see Earth from the moon? Will you do it? Like, will you experience, because there were some part of the movies where they would just show Earth and just show, you know, the universe, and it would just be nice and peaceful. And I was like, that's beautiful. That looks very beautiful. Do you think that's something you would like to experience? Like,
well, okay. Well, I would say that if anybody offers me that, that would be really surprising because I'm not famous or anything, so he's probably just trying to kill me.
Oh no! Like, don't think about it too much.
Just the experience.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. I would say one time. That's it. Because
I don't know.
My video gonna be tight the whole time.
It will be scary. I don't know. Honestly, if somebody like just told me like, hey, like we're going to space and we're taking a spaceship out there with 5 people or whatever, and we're just gonna go around Earth and whatever, like we like to go. I don't know, because it's scary. The entrance is what scares me the most. Like,
yeah,
I don't really know like the bad things or the problems that might be exiting Earth as much as I know what could go wrong entering Earth. You know what I mean?
The shit with exiting, fucking explode. Just a wire. No, bad luck. Like,
well, yeah, but like I'm talking about like, well, I know bad luck. I mean, I know shit happens, but I'm talking about possibilities of things that you know that could go wrong, like that are like when you come in, you're obviously the spaceship or the pod that you come in is going to catch on fire because you're breaking atmospheres, you're breaking all these layers, so that's a given that you're going to catch on fire. But like, what's like going out there? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna catch on fire on your way out too?
No, I think it's more like it breaking apart because you're still moving fast, but you're moving fast up. You know?
Yeah.
And it's way, way, way bigger because it has to have more fuel to push itself up.
Yeah.
It's a higher, a bigger object shoving itself into space.
Yeah, because I know it has to disattach, like the rocket ship disattaches too once it goes out or whatever, or on our way out.
Yeah, into orbit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. Like I think I'm with you on that part. Like I would have to be single. I would not have kids for me to even be like, oh yes, I'm willing to experience this, because it's scary. Like whenever obviously it's not the same thing, but whenever we were in the airplane. And, you know, I got the window seat and I got to see, like, the mountains and the houses from very, very up high. It was beautiful. I thought it was a beautiful-ass view. So to be able to have that opportunity to see the world from that point of view, I think will be fucking amazing. You know, like, I think it will be really great. But it's scary because you can literally lose your life in the process, you know?
Yeah. I would say that it's well, I don't know the statistics behind this, so don't quote me on this, but I would say like trying to shove yourself into space has a higher probability of dying than if you were just sitting in your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like you probably have a higher chance of dying in a car wreck than going into space.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, probably. Um, well, since we don't know, I guess we can like do a little bit of research and see, I guess what are the chances of making it in and out without dying, because it's like we've been going out to space for how long? I don't know.
I think like 1960 something. I don't know.
So see, like I feel like we've been going in and out of space so often that it should have gotten better, right?
Oh yeah.
Like less chance of dying coming and going.
Yeah.
So like for me to be like, okay, I'm willing to go on this trip, I will have to like look at numbers. Like I will have to lay it down flat. What are the chances? How many people have died in this month?
You know what? I will say that they're confident enough to send those CEOs into space just to look at it and then bring them back. I think it was Jeff Bezos that they...
The CEO?
Yeah, CEO of Amazon. He went into space and then came back. That was like last year.
No way, for real?
Yeah. Like it was some billionaire. I'm pretty sure it was him though that they sent him out. They looked at the Earth for like a couple of hours and then came back. And they live streamed too.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I was saying they're confident to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Confident enough for that.
So. I wonder if he had to pay for that. Or what,
Shit,
or what did he had to do to get that? Like, if it was like a free, in quote, free trip, just for me, like, oh, you did this for us, so we're gonna take you around the world, like literally around the world.
He probably paid like a couple billion.
Donated something for NASA,
yeah,
or like build
NASA.
Build or new something, or
you know, it's funny. We could just look it up, but I'm too lazy right now.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
Yeah, we'll do it. Hey, y'all just DM us and be like, oh, this is what happened.
All right, y'all do the research and let us know. All right, guys. Well, once again, if you want to see the movie, it's called Gravity. It's a really cool movie.
It is a cool movie.
So go ahead and check it out if you want to. Don't forget to follow us on our IG page, Instagram. It is It Be Podcast. You will
podcast.
And each Monday our podcast will come out, and I will make a new post each Monday of the episode that it came out. On our bio, we have our link to our Spotify, but also if you go to our page and you look at our highlights and it says tune in, you see all the different platforms that we are on. We are currently working on trying to get on with Pandora, but for whatever reason, they're just making us jump through all these damn hoops, and it's just like
in like September.
Yeah, we still haven't, and we already emailed them and haven't responded to anything. So I don't know. We're working on it, but we are in different platforms. So check us out.
Oh, and hey, for that Germany listener, thank you. I appreciate your ears.
Yes.
And, Japan.
Yes.
I appreciate your ears too.
Well, we appreciate everybody's.
Hey, nah, I'm just kidding.
Well, damn.
No. I appreciate all you guys, but
we appreciate it. But it's crazy how we out here spreading like a damn virus. We're spreading. Don't look at me like that.
Like germs.
We're spreading like cooties.
Like cooties.
But no, it is great. We've got a new follower from Japan. Like a week or two ago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we're growing. Bitches, we are growing. But yes, follow our Instagram. It's an easier way for y'all to communicate with me or Jonathan. You can comment on the page. You can DM us privately if you want to talk about something, have any questions, if you want me to retouch a subject, or if you want to be like, oh, what was the name of that one song again? Like, just chit chat with us. It's cool. It's cool. Just communicate with us. I talk Spanish. I'm still thinking about making a podcast in Spanish, like a episode in Spanish, just because I don't want to lose some of y'all just because of one episode. But let me know what y'all think. You know what I mean? I can do like half Spanish, half English, or I can start teaching y'all Spanish. Oh, or you know what? I have a better one. Let me know if you want to hear Jonathan talk Spanish.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. We're not going to shut it down. We're not shutting it down. Let me know.
I'm the editor. I'm going to edit all the parts I talk in.
No.
You just be like, oh, say this, and then it's nothing, and then you just laugh.
I hate you. No, okay? No. But yeah, let us know if y'all will be interested on hearing Jonathan talk Spanish. But, okay, so this is it. So movie of the week, I guess? Gravity.
Yeah.
Song of the week. Like I Want You by GIVÉON.
Wait, movie of the week. We're gonna be doing this every week. Hey, we're gonna be a movie review podcast. Well, I don't know. You already know a lot of movies.
Movie of the month. I do. I am a movie person. So if you have a movie that you want me to watch and talk about how I felt throughout the movie, DM me on Instagram. It'd be podcast. And I will watch it. Jonathan and I will watch it, and we will take notes and let you know how it goes and everything. Because I'm always watching movies all the time. And if for whatever reason you're looking for a show to watch Saving Hope on Hulu. It's a hospital show. I fucking love it. Check it out. But with that being said, we are out. Don't forget to wear your mask. It is still dangerous out here. Yep. Cooties are everywhere. It is real. It is dangerous and deadly. Fucking
cooties.
Fucking wear your mask, goddammit. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you ain't got to. That's your problem. That's your business. If you already got vaccinated, that shit ain't my business either. Just wear the goddamn mask, y'all. Wear the mask. Follow me on IG or follow us on IG. It be podcast. Y'all stay safe. Catch you next Monday. Bye.
Peace.